Title: Getting round the city more safely using QuietRoutes. Title: Improvements to QuietRoute 61. Shots of a family cycling on a path. The speaker is Brendan Forrester of the City of Edinburgh Council.
The improvements for QuietRoute 61 are designed to encourage and enable more people to use active transport for everyday journeys. Wherever there's an interaction with a major crossing, a major road, we will put in some safe infrastructure like a toucan crossing or a tiger crossing.
An animated map shows the route connecting these places.
So QuietRoute 61 begins in Roslin in Midlothian and it runs all the way to Portobello, and on the route there is the Edinburgh Royal Infirmary and the Bio Quarter. In addition, there's a couple of schools. Portobello High School is on the route. There's also a few primary schools on the route, so that enables young kids to travel to and from school using walking, cycling and wheeling. There's also a number of parks and different community areas that are connected by the route, and shopping destinations and centres as well. Along the route we've made a number of key improvements at arterial crossing points, and at these locations we've given controlled crossings and priority to people walking and cycling. We've added new signage for the whole route all the way from Roslin to Portobello. QuietRoute 61 improvements have been designed for people of all abilities, and that's for cyclists and also for pedestrians and people with protected characteristics.
A sweeping overhead view of a family on their cycles, looking out over a tree-lined lake at Straighton Nature Reserve. Title: QuietRoute 61 Commuter Stories. Emma Crowther of University of Edinburgh shares her experience. A woman cycles along the new cycle lane next to the Royal Infirmary.
So QuietRoute 61 has become really useful for getting between the sites. The university has various sites around the city, and I work in a department that means I need to go between all of those sites. So it's just made it that bit easier, less stressful, away from busy traffic.
Ian McMillan gives his opinions of the route. He cycles his adapted cargo bike with his daughter in the front.
We like the route because it connects us to other parts of the city. It's off-road, it's obviously very quiet. It's got really good signage, so you don't need to look at your spokes map or your cycle map of Edinburgh. It's got really good lighting, it's got really good crossings, a lot of new crossings, and for cargo bikes they've removed all the chicanes and it's just bollards, so it's actually a lot easier getting around with a cargo bike now.
Greta McMillan sits in the front compartment of the adapted bike. She explains her experience of QuietRoute 61.
61 cycle path takes me straight from my home to my school, Putty High. This is my cargo bike. I love cycling. The Route 61 cycle path is quite exciting as it crosses roads and the train track.
I think what's great about QuietRoute 61 is that it runs through where people live, lots of housing areas, and it connects with important places like the hospital and in places of employment, schools, university.
Seeing people use the infrastructure at the end of the day is what it's there for. It's there to be used by the community and by the local residents, and that's what gives the project team joy and pride in what we do.
The map showing the whole route from Roslin to Portobello. Find out more about QuietRoutes across the city. www.edinburgh.gov.uk/QuietRoutes. Silhouettes of people jogging, cycling, wheeling and walking, and the logo for the City of Edinburgh Council.